Levarme la moustache en la capucha. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki tacatiki. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casami levarme la moustache en la capucha.
What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today the Washington football team, the Ragin Tide, wins today's game 23-15 in what was an astonishing defensive performance that came out today. I'm going to get into it in this segment of the great, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to just start off with the great. How about Chase Young? I mean, my God, the boy was just all over the place today. And I'm going to tell you something, man. We haven't seen a defensive guy this aggressive since LeVar Arrington. I mean, he is so aggressive and so on point. I mean, it's just so phenomenal to see him sit up there and play the way he does. And you know what? He's not, no. LeVar Arrington and also Sean Taylor. We're talking about we haven't seen aggression since them. So to see this type of aggression from a player is just absolutely great. I mean, he basically changed the whole outcome of the game all by himself. I mean, he had a sack, forced fumble, and he had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He came up big in the game, the whole game. So to be quite honest, man, I mean, this was big. This was really, really big. This defense in the first half was incredible. I mean, they were making sure that they sat up there and they were actually looking like they were going to just end the 49ers day right then and there. I mean, not only that, Cameron Curl, he played very well today. John Boston didn't have a bad game, but you can see he's just slow. And he's like a problem as we go further in this thing. But I'm not going to down the defense at this point. They really did do an amazing job when the plays were put in for them to be aggressive. They played very aggressive today. I mean, the fact that they are the ones that did the scoring for us to win this game is a total defensive win for this team. This was great. It was also good in my heart, to be honest, to see Dwayne Haskins out there. I will say something about that later, but just for that, like I said again, the defense came up big. They get a great. Chase Young gets a great. Cameron Curl with the interception gets a great. The defense played very well this game. The bad. What the hell was Jack Del Rio calling in the late third quarter into the fourth quarter? I mean, I don't understand why you stop being aggressive when you basically got the chance to basically destroy a team. I mean, don't start playing a zone or a zone prevent just because of the fact that you don't want them to be too distraught about the game. No, kill them, destroy them. You should have kept that pressure on them, because guess what happened? They end up coming down and scoring, which is something they did not have to do. Then they converted a 2-point conversion. That was Jack Del Rio's fault. He should have made sure that at the end of the day, the team was still being as aggressive as they were in the first 2 quarters and in the beginning of the third quarter. They should have stuck to that. I do not like the fact that they're tailing off when it comes to, I guess, trying to be nice guys to other teams. To hell with that. When it came to us, at any point, did the Arizona Cardinals care to be nice guys to us? No. Did the Cleveland Browns care to be nice guys to us? No. Did the Baltimore Ravens care to be nice guys to us? No. Did the St. Louis Rams care to be nice guys to us? The answer is no. So at the end of the day, we should sit up there and stick to that. Jack Del Rio, when it came to the late stages of the third into the fourth quarter, he was not calling great plays. He should have kept the aggression going in this game. Because I get it. We were ahead, but we could. This was one that they could have came back and messed around, and we could have lost because of the fact that you're trying to sit up here and make it a point of, oh, we don't want to blow them out too much. No, let's blow them out. Just like how we did the Dallas Cowboys. Let's blow everybody out. If we're dominating like we were on defense, stick to it because the guys were excited about it. I did not like that play calling by Jack Del Rio late in the third into the fourth. I didn't like it at all. It was too safe. Way too safe. Especially against a team where they were forced to throw the ball. When they ran the ball, they were carving us up. We should have stayed aggressive to keep them throwing. Because at the end of the day, again, this could have been a loss. Am I happy that we're in first place, sole first place of the NFC East? Yes, I am. But I'm not happy if we're going down the stretch and if we make the playoffs, we can't play that type of defense in the playoffs. We will get smoked, or there will be a comeback win against a team against us if we play that type of defense in the playoffs. We need to be aggressive all the way through. We need to be playing playoff football all the way through to the end. That's my bad. My ugly. Alex Smith looked awful today. But I will preference by saying he might have been injured. He looked terrible. Scott Turner's play calling looked just as bad. Because I don't understand why Scott Turner couldn't just call the exact same plays for Dwayne Haskins that he was sitting up there calling for Alex Smith. It didn't seem to change. Not only that, why didn't Scott Turner think to say, you know what? Let's try a few bubble screens. Let's just try a few bubble screens to get the 49ers out of this pass rush. Instead, you did not do that. And to be quite honest, we're going to need another running back. We're going to need a guy who can step in and actually pound the ball. Because with us not having a running game, we're going to run into some major problems down this stretch. Because the 49ers showed that we have zero running game, especially with Antonio Gibson out. So with that being said, Scott Turner needs to find a way to become far more innovative than he is. Because this was bad play call in this game. I mean, he did nothing to protect either one of his quarterbacks. Even though the offensive line did a phenomenal job blocking. I know some of you may not pay attention to that, but that offensive line did an amazing job blocking in this game today. They really did. But even with that, Scott Turner needs to understand he needs to do something more. He needs to find plays to get Terry McLaurin open, because here we are again, second straight game. Terry McLaurin was out of this game. Second game in a row, Terry McLaurin is out. That's not good. Our playmaker cannot be out of a game, period. Like I said, this entire win was all credited to the defense. The offense did nothing to sit up there and contribute to this win. And the fact that we're sitting here and we're still trying to find out what type of offense this is this late in the season is a sad thing. Scott Turner is the ugly in this. The offense is the ugly in this. Because Scott Turner needs to do more to get this offense up and going. It's insane to watch some of these plays that he is calling. It's absolutely insane. I mean, to sit up there and have Dwayne come out and not give him some test passes like bubble screens, crossing routes, things like that, to really give him an opportunity to open up the offense, to get the offense moving down the field. Because again, the 49ers they actually respected Dwayne Haskins because they actually had their linebackers back off because they were in fear of Dwayne throwing the ball. Then, Scott, when you showed that Dwayne wasn't going to really be throwing the ball, guess what they did? They just said, okay, we're going to go now. We're going to try our best to do man-to-man coverage, and we're going to lock down on these receivers. Again, Terry McLaurin should never be shut out of a game, period. Period. I am excited that we have a win. I'm ecstatic that we have a win. I'm ecstatic that this defense is playing well. I'm ecstatic that we're first place in the NFC East. Like I said, I bashed Ron Rivera the whole time. I had to do a video where I apologized to the man, which is what I did. But we can't be failing in games like this, especially when there's a chance that the team can come back. Understand, we got Seattle next at home. Seattle is one of those teams that if you play around like you did today, they will come back and win. And if we're trying to truly make a point of winning in the NFC East and making the playoffs, Scott Turner needs to call better plays. He needs to find a way to be innovative, and Jack Del Rio needs to not have his defense take their foot off the pedal. Period. Period. 6-7. So they got to the 6 wins. Glad that they got to the 6 wins. They're on top of the NFC East. They have a major chance of making the playoffs. They just have to win down the stretch. The Giants lost today, which actually puts them ahead of them. But they cannot lose a game. They have to win out to make the playoffs. Hopefully they can do it. I think they can do it, but they really have to do it. And Jack Del Rio and Scott Turner cannot fail as coordinators when it comes to us down the stretch. Glad that they're on the top. Glad that everything's going well. Glad that we're now on a 4-game win streak. It does reminisce me a little bit about when Marty Schottenheimer was here. But again, we still need to stick to the plans, and we need to make sure we don't take our foot off the gas. Get Captain Incredible in the games. Get Captain Incredible in the games. This has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.